Good morning, students. This is session 1 of 8th Standard Social Science, History, 6th Unit, Development of Industries in India. Today, we are going to see about how the industries was developed from the ancient period to nowadays. According to Edward Paynes, the birthplace of cotton manufacture is India, where it probably flourished long before the dawn of authentic history. So, according to Edward Paynes, the birthplace of cotton is India. And then traditional crafts of India. Now, let's see what was the traditional crafts which was produced in India. The crafts in India has a rich history. Crafts were an integral part in the life of the people. The basic income they are earning from the crafts. The basic income they are earning from the cottage industries. Before arrival of mechanized industry, the production of Indian handicrafts was the second largest source of employment in rural India, next to agriculture. The traditional Indian industry was known in the fields of textiles, woodwork, ivory, stone cutting, leather, fragrance wood, metalwork, and jewelry. Ivory is elephant tusk. India was famous for its fine quality of cotton and silk clothes. Saurashtra was known for bell metal, Wanga for tin industry, and Taka was identified with muslin clothes. Decline of Indian industries. As the British conquered the Indian territories, one after another, the native rulers, the nobles, and the landlords lost their power and prosperity. As a result, the craftsmen who were patronized by these rulers lost their importance and became poor. Students, do you know the train theory of Dadabhai Naoroji? Yes. Dadabhai Naoroji was the first to acknowledge that the poverty of the Indian people was due to the British exploitation of India's resources and the train of India's wealth to Britain. According to Dadabhai Naoroji, the English was the real reason behind the India's poverty and the train. So they trained all the wealth and they took it to Britain. This is called the train theory of Dadabhai Naoroji. He acknowledged that the poverty of the Indian people is because of the British. They overexploited the Indian resources. And then transition from producer to exporter of raw materials. Indian handicrafts that had made the country famous collapsed under the colonial rule. This was mainly due to the competition posed by the machine-made goods that were imported from Britain by the British rulers. The ruling British turned India as the producer of raw materials for their industries and markets for their finished products. Moreover, the railways and roadways introduced by the British facilitated the movement of finished products to reach the remotest part of India and the procurement of raw materials from these parts. The invention of cotton gin, flying shuttle, spinning jenny, and steam engine in England made the production of textiles on large scale. The Indian goods made with primitive techniques would not compete with industrial goods made in England. East India Company's aim was to buy the maximum quantity of Indian manufactured goods at the cheapest price and sell them to other European countries for a huge profit. This affected the traditional Indian industry. The British followed the policy of protective tariffs that was much against the trading interest of India. Heavy duties were charged on Indian goods in Britain, but at the same time, the English goods entering India were charged only nominal duties. Because of this, many craftsmen they left their traditional business, and also the East India Company's only aim is to buy the Indian product at low rate and sell them at high rate in other countries. Okay students, I hope you are clear with this topic. Next, the beginning of modern industries. During the first half of 19th century, Western countries were experiencing industrialization. India suffered a period of industrial decline. The process of disruption of traditional Indian crafts and decline in national income has been referred to as deindustrialization. The main cause for the decline of handicraft industry was the greater employment opportunities and income generating effect of the modern factory. Then plantation industry. The plantation industry was the first to attract the Europeans. The Assam Tea Company was founded in 1839. Coffee plantation was also started simultaneously. In 1855, jute industry was started in the Googly Valley at Risra near Calcutta. The first paper mill was started in Paliganj near Calcutta in 1870. Cotton mills were opened in Bombay and Ahmedabad. And jute mills proliferated on the Hooghly river banks. The woolen and leather factories became prominent in Kanpur. The Tata Iron and Steel Company was set up in 1907 at Jamshedpur. Now let's see about the industrial growth in India. To realize the dream of development of industries, Indian government adopted certain industrial policies and 5-year plans. The first 3 5-year plans were very important because their aim was to build a strong industrial base in independent India. The 10th and 11th 5-year plans witnessed a high growth rate of industrial production. And then modernization. The term information technology includes computer and communication technology along with software, along with 3 sectors: model of primary, secondary and tertiary industries. A 4th sector, information related industries, has emerged. The knowledge economy depicts the automation of labor intensive manufacturing and service activities. The technology takes a leading role in new service industries such as healthcare, distance education, software production and multimedia entertainment. And then self-reliance. Another positive aspect of industrial growth is the attainment of the goal of self-reliance. We have achieved self-reliance in machinery, plant and other equipment. Today, the bulk of the equipment required for industrial and infrastructural development is produced within the country. Conclusion: industrialization is an important component of economic growth. India's industrial expansion over the planned period presents a mixed picture. Compared to the pre-independence level, industrial growth during the 5-year plan period is phenomenal. Okay students, I hope you are clear with this. Shall we recall now? History of industry dates back to the history of humankind. The crafts in India has rich history. The oldest industry in India was textile industry. And then, what was the aim of first 3 5-year plans of India? Yes, to build a strong industrial base. Handicraft was the integral part in the life of the people. The Assam Tea Company was founded in 1839. India was famous for cotton and silk clothes. And then last, the railway was introduced in India by the British. Okay students, thank you.